that a thing?
Usually just notifies you and says, yep, it's recording.
Does it have to ask all three of your devices you got
This
hooked up?
meeting is being recorded.
Oh, great. That got on there.
Well, there you go. So now it's recording.
All right. So we're recording now. And there's not going to be an intro. I mean, other than the three of us have been meeting for getting together with Kilimanjaro and the different things that we need to. Got Grant in the hat. Chris with the new cut. So looking good, pal. This is, according to our menu, the 7th meeting, but one night we had like 4 meetings because we kept timing out. So anyway, just wanted to get the three of us together. We went over some finer details going into the call, but now I just want to give a chance for you guys to talk about some things that you're excited about, what we're going to be doing on the mountain and stuff like that. We'll keep it short, but I know some of the people that have been following on Instagram and Facebook have been really excited for us, and there's been a lot of support. So I wanted to give them a chance to see the two of you guys and actually hear your voice instead of just the blurbs and then my nonsense that I've been posting. So I'll throw the first question out and then we can just kind of chat through. But so I would say going into 2021, the three of us would have never have thought that we were going to go to Kilimanjaro or climb a big mountain. Like that's probably never even been on our radar. And then suddenly it's kind of encompassed our entire lives for the last, 2 or 3 months, specifically with the final planning and stuff. So what happened when you told family and friends? Like what was reactions from people when you brought it up?
Chris, I'm gonna let you
All
open
right.
her because I haven't put my thoughts together yet. So
All right. Well, so it was funny because most of my family knows who Dan is. And as soon as I said, hey, Dan is going to go to Kilimanjaro, my wife was immediately like, all right, we'll plan for it. Like without even, it was just like, this is going to happen. And then most of my other family was like, wait, that guy from Tennessee? I'm like, yeah, they're like, you're going to do this, aren't you? Like it was this, I got something else to worry about. So, I mean, my wife especially has been enormously supportive. Like it wasn't even a consideration of like, hey, I don't know if we should do this. It was just well, you're going to do this because this is way too cool for you not to. And then, besides the worrying, my family's been extremely pumped. And then, yeah, it's been cool to see how people are excited for us, not just me, but for all three of us to experience something that, it's one thing to go do these things, but when you have a group of guys like we have, it's a whole other ball game that means so much more. So, and I think people recognize that. So they've been nothing but supportive across the board.
Yeah. That it was it was pretty similar and also I don't want to say different. When I told my parents, my mom looked and she was just like, Dan Jones is bringing you to a mountain to go die. And I was just like, no, like no. And I was like, no, like I'm gonna do this. And she's like, you're gonna go climb this mountain. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And she was like, that's awesome. It's gonna be once in a lifetime experience. And like most of the people that I've told, without even knowing anything about the mountain or knowing where it's even at, because I had to Google where it was. I just knew it was in Africa, but I couldn't have told you it was in Tanzania. Everyone has said it's going to be a trip of a lifetime. That's what I hear it consistently across everyone that I tell that's never been or maybe hasn't traveled before or taken on anything that's, as, difficult as this, but also just, I mean, it's going to be an adventure. And, we did the three of us did a practice hike together to pretty much make sure everything was all lined up, that we'd work well together. Let's be honest. We were just like, well, I've never met Chris before. I've met him one time and I'm about to go fly across the world to go and climb this mountain with him. So we had to make sure everything was going to work. And sure enough, it did. So we pretty much just, everyone that I tell, it's more about it being an us thing, that this is something that we're going to do. And we all have our own individual reasons to, what's kind of backing, like why we're going and stuff too. And everyone's been super supportive of it. I haven't gotten any kind of, I don't know why we get backlash or anything, but everyone's been super supportive and is just like almost kind of ready for us to go. Cause I think they're kind of getting sick of like, yeah, we know you're going. We know you're going. Like, relax, go, please go. Like, so with us sitting, I mean, right now, us recording this, we're a week away from flying out, which is pretty great. And all I've kept hearing is just major support from everyone. So looking forward to it.
We are going to have 24 hours of travel time between, like Grant said, a week from today until we actually get to Tanzania. So instead of you guys being bothered by me of hey, can I have some snacks, and hey, can I play on your iPad, and hey, will you pay attention to me? What are you guys going to do to pass the time? I mean, that's a long freaking time to be in the air.
I mean, aside from smothering you with my sleeping pillow and just putting you out of your misery, aside from that,
only if you cry though. You have
right.
to cry while you're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, me specifically, I'm planning there's a couple TV shows I've been wanting to catch up on. So I'm actually bringing a Fire tablet that my dad's let me borrow. So I was going to plan to download, I didn't watch Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings on Amazon. So I was probably going to download it. I tried watching the first few episodes and I couldn't get into it. And then everyone said it got really, really good. So I'll have 10 episodes worth of, Rings of Power to watch. So that I was going to probably crank that out. That's probably second flight for me. My goal, honestly, the first flight out from JFK to Amsterdam, which is our first connection as we go, try to sleep, hang out. I think we're all going to be jittery because we're excited. So I'm hoping catch some sleep, listen to music, and just kind of hang out. And then the second flight in, at least, is probably going to watch that. And then, yeah, on the way back, no idea. It'll just be either I don't think it'll be a let's get home, but I think like those flights, same thing. It'll be sleep, music, and movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much my game plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably nerd out quite a bit on the flight. I've got a Switch, picked up the new Fire Emblem, so I'll be rocking some Japanese RPGs.
Nice.
So I'll play that for quite a bit while I actually have the ability to play video games for a bit. I've got a couple books lined up, some backlog type of books that I want to get through. The House of Leaves by Mark Danielewski, I think is how you say his name, which is a bit of like a horror book type of thing. And then I'm flipping in between a couple others, but like History of Japan and a couple things like that. And I don't know, there was another one that I potentially might bring. So try to get some reading in while I can. And then probably whatever in-flight movie that is going to be in there at some point. So
it's called the Dan Jones Snorathon. That's the in-flight movie right there for you.
Yeah.
Is that when you guys dose me with something just to put me to sleep? Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or we just dose him with caffeine, so he just never sleeps.
Oh yeah, just all exactly. Hey Dan, here's your ginger ale for you.
So when we get there, I think on one of my posts I talked about, we've got an amazing support crew that's going to go up with us, and I mean, we're going to eat like we're on a cruise ship almost, I mean, the amount of food that I've read about that they're going to have available to us, and it's all about calorie intake and stuff like that. But one of the things that, our adventure guide leader, the representative of the company we're using to book this, he said, you got to have something from home, like a special treat to kind of break up the monotony of straight water and eggs, or soup or whatever. So what is what's your snack situation going to look like going up?
Chris?
This is the one thing that like I'm probably the least prepared. So like I'm going to take some electrolyte tablets. Like I've got like at least some of the nutrition stuff. So I've got the electrolyte tablets just in case I need a bit of kick, some caffeine. I'm also bringing the athletic greens. I've got some travel packs for that. So just a little bit of like extra vitamins, that kind of thing. I'm not a super snacky person. So I'm struggling with like, I've got some peanut butter bars I might bring, that kind of thing. But I have no idea. Like I've seen people pack like Oreos and stuff like that. Like some things like that. But I have no idea. I feel completely unprepared. Or maybe, we're going to be there like 24 hours early. So if there's like a local like delicacy treat type of thing, like that might be kind of the throw 3 pounds of that in the pack and we'll just eat that for the next 8 days. But
I didn't think of like the possibility of us like picking something up while we're there. That's kind of interesting. We might have to look into doing that.
So they have a bunch of the open air markets. I've heard like some of like coffee and stuff like that is like some of the best that you can get from these places. So maybe we'll have to make a trip out, get some
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm in the same boat too. I went food shopping, like snack shopping earlier this week. And same thing, the guy that was putting this together for us, his name is Sean, so the same thing, like bring something from home or just like whatever comfort food. And I love zebra cakes. I did not buy zebra cakes. I did not buy, hold on. Hold on. I didn't buy them because I knew like they're gonna get smushed and like I'm gonna pull it out and I'm just gonna be so mad that I couldn't like eat it in its perfect form. And so I'm like the worst like kid adult that there is because I could easily just eat boxes of them left and right. So what did I settle for is I bought like Crystal Light like wild berry vitamin mix to like it's like probably one of the healthiest things I've bought in recent times. And that was what my brain defaulted to was go buy a drink mix. I don't know why.
Like you're
So
shooting for like the 6-year-old treat or like the 90-year-old treat.
right, exactly. I might as well have just bought like, matcha that I could just add into water and just drink matcha for like a week straight. You know what I mean? Like I had to find a middle ground. So, but yeah, for me, it's protein bars, trail mix, things that I can like munch on, some honey stingers. I'm bringing some of those. I also got like sport beans too. I'm a muncher. I won't like eat everything like all at once. Like I won't eat a full protein bar. I'll like break it off and kind of munch and walk on it. So it was getting things that I can break apart and that is small to pack too. So that's the other thing is what I'm going to do is individualize everything into basically daily Ziploc bags. So I just grab and go. Um, that's my plan at least. But snacks wise, it's super basic, super earthy, crunchy, like just basic, honestly. But it's what works for me. And I know it's, what'll hopefully get me up the mountain. So we'll see.
So what are you looking forward to the most?
It's a good question because like mine's pretty similar in the sense of like what I'm looking forward to. It's not anything that's tangible, right? It's not, oh, I want to go see monkeys in the rainforest or oh, I want to see chameleons that I can't see or stuff like that that is going to happen like while we're there, right? Like for me, I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is one, this will be my first international trip, so that's just point blank. I'm just ready for that. So that'll be cool. That'll be a checkbox, right? But the second thing really is like, it would be cool to like, I'm looking forward to like having another moment like in my life that I can look back on and just go, that moment right there was something that I'll never forget, or it's a defining moment in my life. And I have like other ones that are like that I can easily think about and put myself back in that situation when something happened and just kind of almost relive it just in my mind and just having it there. So I think I'm excited to kind of have something like that again. And you know, I'm yeah, it's kind of hard to like kind of put into words as to what it is because I don't know what it's gonna be. I in my mind, I think it's gonna be Summit, like once we're there at the top, but maybe not. Maybe it's something that happens along the way where again, it's a day we wake up and we're just like, man, we're not going to do this, or oh, it's the scenery. Maybe it's someone I meet and I have a conversation with, and I hear them talk about their life and maybe things that they're going through or things I'm going through or whatever that is. Like to me, I think there's something calling me to go that I know I'm gonna go through something that is gonna be that moment that says this is exactly why you're here. So I'm excited about finding out what that moment is more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean mine kind of has aspects of what you guys have already talked about, but for me the most exciting part of this is it's going to be 7 or 8 days of complete blackout from the outside world. There's no
Mm.
cell phone service, there's no connectivity, there's no work, there's no I get a message, hey, can you fix this online or a phone call from my dad. Like given I'm going to miss my family, but to have an actual true break and actually be present is I don't have very many opportunities to do that. Like one of the things that I'm looking forward to as an aspect of that is, and this is where it sounds very selfish, but as a dad and a husband and an employee, I over time I feel like you lose yourself a little bit in those roles, and there's very few times to actually be you or to think about who you are in a deep level. And for me, being with other guys, being with these two especially, being able to be present in that way, disconnected from the busyness of everything, is something I don't think a lot of people have an opportunity to do or take the opportunity to do for themselves. And so I'm hoping to break away, really kind of get in my own head, and just kind of see what happens. Like actually, I mean, from like a spiritual side, reconnect to kind of the natural aspect of all of that instead of just the always connected of every day.
Yeah, guys, this is it. This is our last planning opportunity. We're gonna pack. You guys are gonna send me 14 lists that I'm gonna completely ignore, and then we're gonna get to the airport, and you guys are gonna realize that I didn't even bring shoes. So I'll be going up and.
You literally read my mind. I was like, Dan, you have no shoes on, dude.
yeah. How did you even leave the house? It's 30 degrees. Are your feet not cold? Oh, is that what happened? So the next time we talk in person is going to be in New York City. Grant, you and I will see each other in Charlotte, but the next time the three of us are going to be together, we will have already completed the first flights to, what's going to be this life-changing event one way or another, and so I'm excited. I appreciate you guys saying yes to me when I said, hey, just pray about it, but get back to me soon. Yep. And you both said, yeah, 100%, I'm in. Yep. Actually, I think Chris's response was, hey, I don't know if you're inviting me, but I need you to know that I'm going with you.
Oh yeah, 100% invited myself.
And that doesn't surprise me at all that Dan didn't make it clear in one way or the other. He just left it gray, and he was like, "Was I invited or not?" Like he had to get clear. That sounds so accurate. Mine was straight up. He was just like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "You're kidding, right?" And he told me once, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, all right." And we got together again like 3 weeks later, and he's like, "No, really, like I'm going. I want you to go." He had to like look me dead in the eye and be like, "I'm not kidding, because this is not a time where I'm kidding. I'm dead serious. Think about it, pray on it. You should come." Sure enough, 3 weeks later, I was like, "I'm in. Let's do it." But that's why I have no doubt in my mind it was great of Chris, and he had to get clarification.
So last words before somebody ends the recording, and then however it ends, that's how it's going to go up on Facebook. So enough about me. You guys, any parting words? Because by the time this gets posted, we will probably be in like the last hours before we go. The plan for this is like a Tuesday or Wednesday post. So this is it. This is your chance to say farewell, au revoir.
It's just like if I don't make it, I want my wife and children to know I love them dearly, and I will be thinking of them to my last breath.
Yeah. What are you looking for in terms of last comments? No,
don't say that, because my mom is just now getting okay with this. So if this is a sign off, we either need to make it a lot better than that, or we need to not. I'm stressing my mom out enough with this, and so anything that goes public, we can have the private conversations. The will has been updated. Private conversations where she doesn't have to know about it. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So anyway, your last words.
Chris, you got anything?
Oh gosh, I knew you were gonna throw it on me. No, it's been cool to get all the support from family and from even some of the people I don't even know commenting on some of the stuff. So it's just been cool to get the support. But it's going to be a great opportunity, I think, for all of us. And yeah, it's shaping up to be an incredible trip.
I'm ready to go. I've told the guys this. I've had my bag packed for literally like 2 weeks straight. I've been ready to walk out the door. I'm that excited, and that just like go get it energy. Like I've never felt like it in quite a while. I'm ready to go. Like there's nothing stopping me from like getting to the top of this thing. I've had it on my mind now for 6 months plus. I'm ready to go. Like just let me go. Like literally, like I'm just like a horse in the stables and the stocks, just ready to go at a race. I'm just let me go. Just put me in, coach. I'm ready. Like That's it. Like,
Yeah.
and I hope like, you know, we come back with amazing stories and you guys hear about it. And obviously, I should say, hope we come back. We're coming back, but like, we're gonna come back with amazing stories. I know Dan's mom. Sorry, we're coming back. I promise. Okay, we'll figure it out. I will drag both of them on my back home. We'll figure it out. No, I'm my last words, my last like whatever is just I'm ready to go. Like I think we have the right group, we have the right team to go and do this thing, and I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to go set out and accomplish everything that we need to do. And again, to echo Chris's point, we appreciate the support from everyone that has reached out and commented or has talked about it and like asked about details and when we're going and everything. It's been incredible. It makes it so much easier to go and do this, just knowing that there's people that are just interested in what it is that we're doing. So hats off to you guys. And let's do this thing. Let's go climb this mountain, guys. Let's go do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So
all right.
That's all I got.
All right. In the recording.
Just
okay. You have to leave that in though.
Boom.
Like you have to leave him saying
all of this
in the recording.
All of this is being left in. The recording hasn't ended, and I don't know how to fix it. So
I don't think you can end it. I think I have to be the one to end it anyway.
Yeah.
But he still thinks it's an Alexa thing. Like, stop the recording, please.
Exactly. Yeah. Dan, all right, before I end the recording, here we go. This is how I'll end it.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most out of this? What is your, what's your go? Why are you going?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's about, it's about being in a different spot, right? So, I mean, Chris, you talked about having these roles that we play and everything. And I wear a lot of hats, and I do a lot of things, and I'm constantly busy. And it's going to be nice to take all of those hats off, leave them, honestly, leave them at JFK Airport. And since we're not flying back through JFK, I guess I never pick them back up. That's kind of cool. But just leaving them in the U.S. And when I get there, my sole focus is, what is the next thing in front of me? What is the next step in front of me? And I'm hoping to go and this be like a full reset, right? So the frustrations of this part of my life or this part of my job or this obligation or responsibility, just kind of leaving that here and going and kind of like a vacation, except this vacation I'm going is going to be a physical journey, a mental journey, a spiritual journey, definitely an emotional journey. Chris talked about people openly weeping at the top, and I mean, that's going to be me, whether that's because I'm having an emotional breakdown or I'm just a big sissy. But yeah, so if I can get like super personal, we're going way over what I said we would record on this, but I've got this duck with me, and this duck represents so much more than just my wife. It represents her journey. It represents kind of her fight and everything like that. And I'm going to have this duck at every airport. I'm going to have this duck every time we step foot outside of the tent. It's going to be fastened to me. And, I'm really excited for people to say, what's the deal with the duck? I had somebody I work out with, she said, what the duck? And I love that, And so like, I like this aspect of, I'm going to get to share my wife's story in Africa, in Amsterdam, in, places that, I would love for her to go and be able to see, but there's a possibility that she won't be able to make those particular places. She may go other places, but that particular airport or that particular mountain or village or whatever, she may not ever be there, but I'm still going to have the opportunity to share her story because of this stuffed animal that I'm running around with. So that's why I'm going,
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Awesome. Cool. Well,
cut it out.
Well, I guess we'll see you guys when we get back, and hopefully we have pretty damn good stories to tell you guys. Cool. Bye.